All right, so next what we're going to do is let's add a beat to this thing. And what we're going to do with that is a couple different ways. We can add an automated drum track, or right now we're going to look at loops. So if you click this little Apple Loops icon, that's going to pull up all the loops that we have available here. It's going to take a little bit to load just because it takes forever to index. So I'm going to stop right here for now. And while that's loading, let's go over and add a track for Automated Drummer. I'm going to click this and go to my Automated Drummer. Click Create. And what you get, this is unique to Garagband by the way, but it's really fun nonetheless, is an automated drummer that you can change the style of how they drum, the genre that they drum at, all that different stuff. So I'm going to solo this track, and what solo does is of course mute everything but this track. Let's play this out, and I've just added this track. I haven't done any changes, and we have a rock preset played by Kyle for the half pipe. Uh-oh. There. So what you can do with this is change the ultimate sound. Just by highlighting it, you can change how complex or how loud he's playing, how many cymbals you have, how much kick snare you've got, all that stuff. Let's look this back again and play around with it some more. You can pick any genre, which is kind of fun. You can do an R&B style. Let's do this guy. Yep, let's change our drummer. Totally fine. And let's hear how that sounds. What you can also do is change the presets. So let's do block party. Whoops, that one right there. Cool. So it's a really fun thing to check out, but let's go back a little bit. Right now we've got this drummer, and he's playing according to the key and the time signature and the beats per minute we have chosen. So again, we can speed up the project as a whole or slow it down. I'm going to leave it around 120 still, but just know that you're able to do that. And again, with MIDI instruments, they excel at just changing the time signature or the beats per minute without really adjusting the sound. All right, I'm going to unsolo that so everything's listened to, and let's arrange this to time. I'm going to start off with the drum track. I'm going to move these to come in at a later time. All right, and I'm going to move this section over just a little bit because I want it to come in right about there on the fourth measure. Excellent, excellent. I'm going to trim off that back end because I just want that little sample right there. All right, notice my guitar line is off just a little bit. So to tighten this up, I'm going to mute my audio for a second. Let's go back in there and tighten up what we've played to make it more on beat. So right about there, I've got some sloppy notes. I'm going to make sure these are all brought out to the length that I want them to be. Okay, let's try that again. Still not happy with it. There we go, right there. Let's try that. Perfect. All right, so I've just adjusted the notes that are being played out by the computer through this synthesizer. So this is my sequence window, or my sequencer in my synthesizer. Okay, let's say I like that. I want that to continue on a couple times. Instead of adjusting the trim, of this, the heads or tails, what we can do is adjust the loop. And that's grabbing it from the top right here and dragging out. What you're able to do with that is truly adjust how many times this plays through from a single loop. What's nice about loop-based work is that if you adjust the master right here, there we go, it's going to adjust all the other loops after it. So if I tighten this up, all the other loops are going to tighten up. If I stretch it out, all the other loops will stretch out. If I adjust notes, they'll be adjusted over here as well. Okay, so now we're starting to build a song. We've got our drummer, and what we also have now loaded is our loops window over here. What you're able to do with this is find any number of included loops. Remember, if it's grayed out, it's going to require a download. If it's not, you can click on it once and hear what you've got coming in. So right now, these are all alphabetized, as you can tell. If you want to sort them out a little better, let's say, okay, we want to add a nice guitar line to this. We can go down to guitars, and now it's filtered by guitars. Now we can filter by style, which is kind of nice. Let's see what we have. I love that. Let's drag that over. I'm going to click on it and drag it over and drop it right into the timeline. And now you can see this one has a little blue indicator, and in the editor window we can see that's digitized audio. So what we can't do is we can't change the notes that are being played, but of course we can speed it up or slow it down or add effects to it, all that stuff. But if you see anyone that is a little green icon, that's a sequence of MIDI notes that's being played out by the synthesizer. So again, you know the difference between those. So let's try this guy. This 80s dance pad. I'm going to drag that over here too. Alright, so now you can see once again the difference. It's still just a piano, still just a sequence of notes for this loop, but it's been programmed with a soft synthesizer to play out the instruments. It's right there under synthesizer, and right there we got a soft synth. We can also take a look at the effects that are being used on here if you want to explore further. It looks like a compressor, a chorus effect that gives it that nice kind of a vibe. Let's solo this real quick and play it. That chorus is that swimming sound. Let's turn it off. There you go. If I turn that chorus back on, it gives it that nice shimmery sound. Okay, so let's go back and see how our song is developing. You can really quickly and easily piece together a song through the onboard drummer or the loop system, but I love recording some voice and playing some stuff on my own. So let's see how this lays in. I really don't like what I recorded here on the MIDI, so I'm just going to highlight that and delete it. And I'm going to mute my voice for a second. Let's see if we can put this song together with some loops in the drummer. Well, that's terrible. Let's get rid of that acoustic guitar here. Don't want it. If I want to delete that whole track, you can highlight it, go up to track, and delete track, or do Command Delete. Yep. Alright, so now, after a couple of lead-in drums, let's have this dance pad synth come in. Alright, if I want that to continue, again you can loop this and just have that loop all the way to the end of the song if you like. And if we want to add a little something to it, remember it is MIDI, so you are able to. Let's say I want to add a little something at the end. Whoops. If I want to go do, 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 let's find that note. There we go, right about here. I want to add that note again. I could highlight it and copy it and paste it, or I could just draw it myself. Again, right about there. Let's take a listen. There we go. So let's try that out and see how it sounds with my addition. Comes a little late. Let's bring that up a little more right about there. Cool. Excellent.